My name is Snyder. This is my exhibition called Temperamental. It has a lot to do with everything that we've gone through the past 2 years personally and how it's affected me personally. So it kind of stems from, emotion and how I felt really down starting with COVID, not being able to see family, friends. But not only that, I've gone through personal experiences that haven't been great, gone through great personal experiences, ups, downs. It's a roller coaster. Not to mention the fact that there's been racial hate crimes, and there's so many things to stress about in the political world. On top of school, work, as a student, it's just hard. And you have to take everything into consideration and be very careful about how you are, especially in the workplace and school. So I think that put a lot of stress on me personally, and I'm sure that does other people as well. So I really want people to be able to relate to my work. I don't know, it's kind of an exhibition of me unraveling. At one point I was very fallen apart. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing and I lost myself. So this is kind of me and my journey to finding myself. This is my first piece I did for my exhibition, and this is the beginning. This is when I started falling apart, and it's the process of me trying to put myself back together. You can see in the blues and the reds, they represent different emotions, anger, sadness, pain. There's tape, and the tape is kind of rebuilding this tree. This is obviously a cut down tree. And I also kind of tried to piece that together with tape as well to kind of bring the two together. This is kind of a representation of me unraveling, everything coming apart. And once again, I'm trying to kind of put it all back together. So I think it's a good representation of how I started. The second piece of my exhibition is a sunflower, and it's obviously very torn up, which is intentional, because at the time, this is how I was feeling. I was very confused, still trying to figure my path out, trying to find my way. And there were definitely moments of anger. As you can see, there's nails half, put in it. There's mud thrown on it. It's just chaos, which is kind of the point I was at during this. So as you work your way through the exhibition, you see more paintings to the left. They're a little bit less beat up, a little more put together. Still a little torn, but nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, so I want that representation there, and you can see slowly it's building itself back together, and that's kind of a representation of me now. I'm putting myself back together and I'm becoming whole, I'm figuring myself out, and I want these to work towards that and show my progression. I think that flowers are a good representation of human beings and myself, because I'm not always the same. I haven't always stayed the same. I've been progressively changing, and I'm not always in the same mood, so it kind of helps represent those different moods as well. So I love the color change, the difference in look. Some days I'm not the best, sometimes I'm at my best, and I want that to be shown in my work, just not so obvious.